This is a quick video about the Hardscape tool in Vectorworks. I was sent this file by a client. They've drawn it internally and have sent it to me because I'm going to do some construction drawings for them. I noticed something with the file, and that is that when I clicked on the driveway, which is Vandermortel Brick Pavers, I noticed it was a group. Alarm bells rang. This is an error. This is something that I have done many times, so I'm not going to be smug about it, because before I learned about the Hardscape tool I used to do exactly the same thing. So I double clicked into that group, and lo and behold, they are all separate units that they've drawn these bricks as. So obviously they've had to go round the curves and kind of neaten them up, and yet that is absolutely something that I've done before. So one thing I've just done before, actually no, before I do that, I'll just quickly show you the Hardscape tool. It's on the site planning tool set, which is here. So you click on the Hardscape and it draws like the polyline tool. So up here at the top of the page, you'll get exactly the same options. So I'm going to just draw something with curves and straight lines, which is that. So in the object info palette, you'll see it says Hardscape, and there's a button that says Hardscape settings, and I click that. So what we're going to look at is this joint pattern and the joint angle. It's a slightly misleading name, as are many things in Vectorworks. To me, the joint is the gap between the pavers that you put in, a 5mm joint or whatever, 10, 15, 20mm joint. This is actually, I would call it like a layout pattern more than anything. So if I click that drop down, instead of none, we're going to go pavers running. This automatically pops up. If I keep this chain link clicked, that is grey, it does what's called constrain the dimensions. So it will constrain the X and the Y value to being the same. We don't want that unless your pavers are square. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to pretend that this area has 600 by 400mm paving. So the X and the Y, again, what we need to remember is X is your long dimension and Y is your short, essentially. X is going to go across. I press OK and OK again. You'll see that automatically fills in. In this instant here, what we want to do is actually have them running vertically. So in that case, what I'm not going to do is flip over these X and Y values. What I'm going to do is change the joint angle, and if I put in 90 degrees, that is going to flip them around like that. So I'll just delete that, and I've accidentally opened my resource manager, don't want to do that. So what I've quickly done here, if I just delete some of these, I created a polyline in the background. I thought that they had filled these, had a grey background and that these were just blank boxes, but I've manually created this background. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and delete all of these bricks. The other thing that should be noted about doing it this way is it makes it much slower. You can kind of see it's a bit laggy when I zoom in and out. So I'm going to delete the content, and that has left me with an outline, which is a polyline. So a great tool in Vectorworks is if you go to the landmark menu and create objects from shapes. So you might know about the landscape area. There's something in this file that I could talk about with the landscape area as well, but I won't. I'll keep on topic and not blather on for ages and ages. We are going to go create objects from shapes, and I can change this from being a polyline to a whole range of other things, including the landscape area and some other things that are quite useful, like space is quite useful as well. So I'll just select Hardscape. In this case, I'm going to delete the source shape, and I press OK. That's converted it to a hardscape, and it's brought up that box for me. One thing I forgot to do is just to see what size the modules were, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to guess them. So I'm going to go pavers running, I'm going to unconstrain those, and I think they're going to be 200 by 48mm, which I believe is the Vandermortel size. So I press OK and OK again, and I think they are now, you can see it's taking a little while to render, they're now come across running horizontally. Yeah. Just deselect them. Computer frying a bit slowly this afternoon. There we go. But what I want them to do is run vertically. So again, I will select them and I will change the rotation, which I can do straight into the object info palette or the OIP if you're in the know. Press enter and they will flip around shortly. Now, one other thing, wait for them to come up, hope they've not disappeared. Oh, okay, no, I've completely done that wrong. What I've done is rotate the shape. I've clicked the wrong thing. So I put 90 degrees up here. This is for the shape. I need to be, it's the joint that I'm rotating. So the joint pattern angle there, that's my bad. So I put in 90 degrees there. That should just rotate the bricks within it. Great. And you can give this a colour, you know, or a fill or whatever. It fills just like any other object. So I'm going to go to solid. And I will click in this box when it comes up. Yeah, it's still being pretty slow. I think it is just the number of lines and the fact that I've got millions of things open on my computer. I accidentally booked 2 holidays and now I'm really busy. So I don't want that green. I'm going to click on the box here and I'm not quite sure which grey it was that we used previously, but I'll just select that one. You can also change the outline. You know, if you wanted to show it with a lighter mortar, it doesn't have to be a black outline. It could be white or a lighter grey or whatever you want. So that is how you do paved areas. Oh, one other thing actually. In this it doesn't matter, but if I just go back to my other shape and I will just draw something with the Hardscape tool there, and I will put my previous pages of 600 by 400 in. And that is that you can change where it starts. So I'll just select that shape. So this handle here, this is where the shape starts. So imagine this is a building. You know, you're probably going to want to start your paving on the corner of the building. You know, you want to minimize the number of cuts in it, essentially. So that blue handle, you can move it around. It's, yeah, like I said, probably going to be on a corner. That's going to depend on your design. But that just means that you can line stuff up slightly using that. So hopefully that is helpful. That is the Hardscape tool on the site planning tool set. Right, thanks for watching. Bye.